Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, March 19th, 9:24 a.m. Hope everybody is off to a good start if their day's begun. And I just fed the puppies, and they're out there kind of getting all rambunctious in the backyard. I'm just getting ready. We've got two Zooms to do for the band this morning. One is a band Zoom, and one is a managerial Zoom, sorting out upcoming things happening. And we're counting the days until we can get in and start rehearsing. Should be by the end of the month. And we're so looking forward to it. I can't even begin to tell you. Now we're chomping at the bit. It just got a Dropbox message from Waddy, and he sent a bunch of new tunes that he's been working on, and Cooch sent some new tunes too. So we're pretty close to having material for a new album, which we'll probably go in the studio and cut maybe in May, I believe. We're still waiting to release our finished album that was supposed to be out in November, but it'll be out in August. With COVID and the world being what it is, everything is completely, off kilter. I'm dealing with so many people overseas that have never gotten their books because of postal things going on. It's just been exasperating. And I have a dear friend who bought 2 books in Athens, and the books were there, and the books got probably within a mile of their house at their local post office, and they were never delivered to them, and they were never notified that they were waiting, and the books were just sent back to me. So we're going to have to sort out shipping them again back to Greece and picking up the charges for this. I mean, it's been so insane. It's unbelievable. It's exasperating and just pisses you off at seeing how incompetent things can be. And then the excuse always comes back, well, kind of COVID and all that. Well, you can't use that for everything that goes wrong at this point. There's a lot of problems because of it, but you can't just keep blaming everything. But they were so pissed off when they went to the post office and they said, well, nobody picked it up, so we sent them back. They were within a mile. You're supposed to deliver it to the address on the box and not just hold it there, assuming people are going to have mental telepathy and come pick it up. So there's been a downside to this whole book experience that's just really been exhausting, but I really want to get them out there, so I'm going to keep at it. And just got some more orders today, filled some yesterday, working on getting the shipment over to Japan. And there's a couple of opportunities, as I've said, looking at Europe now to get them over to Europe and Scandinavia. So my retail world continues, but I'm going to get to some music today. And I think that's why we're all here for the most part, is that adventure. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else that was going on. Nah, let's just go ahead and have some music. One of my favorite artists that I've ever had a chance to work with, and it's been several opportunities with him, is Randy Newman. I did a video with Randy much earlier on in this. This will be some other stuff. The Newman dynasty is most remarkable. Alfred and the film scores, the classic film scores by the Newmans. I've worked on movies with David Newman and Thomas Newman, and it's just the depth of that gene pool is so remarkable. It's just unbelievable. But we had a great time doing this album. There was like 3 different rhythm sections on this project, and the album was called Land of Dreams, and we did this back in 1988. The tracks that I did on this, Carlos Vega played drums on them, which gave me nothing but thrill. I loved playing with Carlos so much. And Mark Knopfler was producing with Randy Newman, I believe, on this. And so we had, where have we got this? Frank Wolf did the mixing on this, and it was Carlos and myself, and Mark Knopfler playing guitar. Guy Fletcher was playing synth, and Randy's playing piano. And it's real simple, pretty straight up. Now, there was a lot of background singers involved on this album, and I just couldn't go through and find, start picking out who was on this. So I just want to say thank you. Everybody did an amazing job on this. And, we did it at Bill Schnee's studio, I believe. And it was just such a treat to play with Carlos. I go back to this, and I so dearly miss this guy. Did so many albums together, and we toured for years with James Taylor, and he was like my road bud. We spent so much time together, and when we lost him, boy, it was left a massive hole in my soul, I'll tell you that. But I'm glad we have these moments to listen to, where I can just say, yeah, I loved playing with Los. So we had a lot of jokes between ourselves that people didn't get, but they misinterpreted them. And it was always great to hear what reviewers and stuff thought of some of the things we did on stage. They thought they were really deep musical things, and it was just nonsense that we were doing. So I'm going to go ahead and play some of the songs that we did on Randy Newman's album here. As I keep saying, I'm going to be getting back to playing. At night, I've been working on immediate family songs and stuff, trying to get that back together. And man, the plate is so full. I just got to hunker down. Maybe over the weekend, I'll have a little more time to sit down and run some songs and actually do some playing here, because I'm missing putting those videos up too. So I'll get to it, I promise you. Here's a song though with Randy called "Bad News from Home," and just Randy's. It's kind of like when I listen to people like Randy and Veronique Sanson and her writing, and Van Dyke Parks. There's just certain writers that write in such a unique way that you just sit there and you just go, wow, this is it's really something else. And Randy really covers such a massive breadth of styles and stuff, but it's always Randy. And that's what's really, amazing about him, and that's what I appreciate the most. So here's Bad News from Home, Randy Newman, and here we go.
On a cliff in Mexico, stare down at the rocks in the sea below. I can hear the church bells ring. I can hear the choir. I remember the night you left. I drove to the station in the pouring rain. Sat all night behind my big iron desk. All over water made of rain. The end of this old white gravel road.
This was all just like whole notes under.
The boat lies sleeping on the feather bed. The hair's as black as the sky at night. The eyes are gray like the moon. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You said you love me, but I know you lied. You said you love me, but I know you lied.
Just story and atmosphere. It's really something. I was just kind of laughing to myself, thinking in my head. I've got Randy is in the book, and so is Knopfler. Flipping me off. So, everybody's there. It's really funny. Okay, now here. Okay, same album. And here we go on Master Man and Baby J. You know, this is.
People tell me that I brag a lot, cause I call myself the master man. Always talking about how I got dynamite in every hand. Hit it. Me and my brother, we live alone. Got no television, got no telephone. When we walk down the street, people get out the way. They say, here comes the master man and Baby J. Here comes the master man and Baby J. Hit it. Hit it. Get on the mic, be number one. Even top DMC and run. Everybody's gonna have some fun, cause we're taking them all the way down. We're taking them all the way down. Gonna rap about this, gonna rap about that, gonna tell everybody where it's at. And all over the world, people gonna say, you got to dig the master man and Baby J. You got to dig the master man and Baby J. Hit it. People tell me, man, you live in the dark. You won't never be nothing but a pumped up chug. You got no money, you got no sense, you won't never be nothing. You won't never be nothing. I say, well, I look out the window. You know what I see? Don't see no whores with stick in the street. Don't see no drunks and junkies dying. Don't see no bums or garbage flying. I see me and Jay in the LA Coliseum, 100,000 people on their feet. And they're laughing, bumping, screaming, crying, jumping up on their seat. And then the band begins to play. And then they hush up. And then the band begins to play. And then they hush up. It gets real quiet in the Coliseum. The stage all dark and red. Maybe a little rain begins to fall. Yeah, the people staying right there. Then you can hear that announcer say, please welcome the crowd roar. Please welcome the crowd roar. Guys, the number one, the biggest, the best, number one man in the USA. The master man, Baby J. The master man, Baby J. The master man.
Couldn't be farther away from the previous song if you tried. What do we got here? Sorry, they got a couple. Oh, here, this is really lovely. This is called Follow the Flag. It's all the same album. Wow.
You can stand alone or with somebody else, or stand with all of us together. If you can believe in something bigger than yourself, you can follow the flag forever. They say it's just a dream, some dreamer's dream, that it's an empty thing that really has no meaning. They say it's all a lie, but it's not a lie. I'm going to follow the flag till I die. Into every life a little rain must fall, but it's not gonna rain forever. You can rise above, you can rise above it all. We will follow the flag together. We will follow the flag forever.
You know, on songs like that, I end up using just a volume pedal and just bringing in bottom support. It's not really committing to a part as much as just an atmosphere. This was really a fun tune. Here, let me do this last one for you here. This is called Roll with the Punches. This is perfect, Randy. Here we go.
They say that people living in the street, no food in their belly, no shoes on their feet, 6 black children living in a burned up room, 1 bare light bulb swinging. Little black kid come home from school, put his key in the door. Mr. Rat's on the stairway, Mr. Chunk is lying his own vomit on the floor. You got to roll with the punches, little black boy. That's what you got to do. You got to roll with the punches. It's all these boring people. See them on TV, making up all these boring stories about how bad things have come to be. They say you got to feed the hungry. Got to heal the sick. And I say, we ain't got to do nothing for nobody, because you know, it won't work a lick. They're just gonna have to roll with the punches. Yes, they will. You're gonna have to roll with them. You're gonna have to roll with the punches. Yes, they will. No matter whether you're white, black, or brown, you won't get nowhere putting down old red, white, and blue. Baby. All right. Look at those little shorts he's got on, ladies and gentlemen. You can see all the way to Argentina. Get it. pressure. At least they ought to have the chance to go. We've talked about the red, we have talked about the blue. Now we're gonna talk about the white. That's what we're gonna have to do. Now we had to roll with the punches, yes we did. We had to roll with them. We had to roll with the punches, yes we did. We had to roll with them. Now don't care what you say. We live in the greatest country in the world, we live in the USA. Tap it out there. All right.
In 1988, I don't know whether or not that would have flown being recorded in this day and age, because it was a different intention when Randy wrote that and we recorded it. It's a different world we're living in at this point. Much is the same, but much is different. But Randy's spin on society and everything's always been really fascinating, and he always knows how to just, kind of twist things in, just make people think and respond. And it was fun. A couple of years ago, we did the gig I talk about at the Library of Congress for ASCAP, and it's called We Write the Songs. And Randy was one of the artists who came down, and it was so much fun playing with him. And there's just this intimate little theater in the Library of Congress with our little house band and Randy, just telling stories and playing piano. It was really something else. I spoke with, I've been speaking with my dear friend Herman this morning. Don't forget, little Herman's brittle. Little Herman's brittle. He's always at the cauldron working at it. But he said he's been blocked for 30 days on Facebook. He's got 2 more days in solitary, and then he'll be back on Facebook and dealing with his stuff. It's like, man, that's just so weird. I've spent so much time in Facebook purgatory, sitting in the corner of the room with a little dunce cap on my head, just been a bad boy in there. I actually cared, so quick, put him in jail. That's a whole. I could do a whole other video about my Facebook jail experiences, but it's just not worth the time or effort. It just is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead now and take care of a bunch of stuff that I've got to do. We got in 45 minutes, a little less, we've got a band Zoom to do, and then 30 minutes after that, we have the band and management Zoom to do, and then I have an interview Zoom at 1 o'clock. And so things pile up, and I got 2 songs from Judith Owen to work on. They just sent me the files for those, and there's another project that these people want me to do. So I'm going to pack the day up with lots of stuff to do, and I wish everybody all the very best out there. Stay safe. Let's see. And I'll figure out some little adventure to kick us off on the weekend with. So for the end of the week, just enjoy yourselves. And you always got a place to come to. I'm here. Just, knock on the door with that secret knock, and I'll let you in. Okay? Okay. Just take good care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye.